Greetings, everyone. It's the Ozark Bushman, JC, back at you. Beautiful Thursday afternoon here in Missouri. It's about 50 degrees after we've had a gigantic snow last week. Crazy. And now we're here in like spring temperatures. I want to sit here and talk about Campfire Bigfoot tales. I'm sitting out here at Fort Galloway as I got my campfire roaring. Stogie. Just got done getting this wet fire started with some feather sticks and some make some dry tinder. Talk about 1992. I was living down in the Ozark Mountains with my parents. And my parents have like a real long driveway, like maybe not even a quarter of a mile. And I rode up my bike to the end of the driveway to go get the mail, and then maybe about 200 feet across the street, I could see this big dark figure that was all black. And I just stood there and stared for a second, and then I hopped on my bike and rode back and told my parents about it. So they got in the truck, and we all hauled ass up to the end of the driveway, and by the time I got up there, it was gone. But down there by Bull Creek, where I was raised, in the Mark Twain National Forest, there's been many tales of people seeing like weird figures and shit. And they would talk about how they would see things that looked like it was carrying like a baby or something, and it'd run off in the woods. This was like down close to Bull Creek, so it was a lot of legends and lore down there about things that happened. I used to grow up hearing about it as a kid, and there was a guy who was a lumberjack. They used to do a lot of logging on my parents' property back in the day, and they had one of them was had a dispute with one of the other lumberjacks, and he killed one of them. And so one guy died on my parents' property out there in the woods. And my parents will swear, my mom especially, swear to this day that the property's haunted. So I used to see shit when I was younger. But I was a lot younger and innocent back then. When you have an innocent mind, you see things a little bit more clearly than adult people. So very interesting childhood I grew up with. My mom was a psychic, and my dad was a construction worker / firefighter for Springfield. So a lot of interesting tales of spooks and goblins of the Ozarks. There's also a secret cave in the center of town of Ozark too, which is my hometown, called Garrison Cave. It's not on any map. The only way you know how to find it is somebody like me or an old timer tells you where it's at. That's how I found it. An old priest from one of the churches down in Ozark told me how to get to it. It's right in the center of fucking town, and you got to follow a little creek. It takes you to the mouth of the cave. It's really cool. I think I did a video or did some pictures a couple years back when I went up there and explored. So thanks for tuning in, folks. We'll have some more spooky campfire tales coming soon.